How to make friends and influence sheep. I really wanted to put the quotation marks around that, but I'm not that level of narcissist yet. This is a quote from me, from my Twitter. Everyone doesn't emerge from hardship the same way. Some are tougher, some are traumatized, while others are completely broken. Some want to forget, some can forgive, while others burn with hatred, ready for revenge. Similar experiences are no guarantee of similar reactions. That last line is key, because I know earlier in the presentation I said you want to gauge a person's receptiveness based on what they've experienced. And that's still correct, but you have to remember, for every guy that goes, you know what, all that stuff you were saying was right, I'm going to start learning and we're going to chill, man, you got to break this game down to me. There's another guy that's going to go, you know what, I just messed up this time, I did it wrong, I got to go back and double down on what's going on before. And you're still, and it's almost as if the failure reinforces the behavior that caused the failure in the first place. People aren't learning from what happened. And not only are they not learning, they look at you as still the agent of poor and bitter truth, when in reality you could possibly be their savior. But like experiences are no guarantee of like reactions. But it is a really good place. And I bring this up because negotiation and coercion, that's the soft way, that's the skilled way to change someone's mind, as opposed to brute force and conscription and things of that nature, and bullying. Well, I know several times I've looked at what a person had gone through and I said, how can you still think this way? How can you still do this? How can you be so stupid? I've actually said to people I care about. And that does not do anything for a relationship. That does not do anything to make sure that this is a person, if I'm ever in a bad spot, I can depend on, and vice versa. If they're ever in a bad spot, they can call me up. There's nothing worse than when you have a buddy who you could have helped, who you could have gotten out of a really bad position, and he did not reach out to you because you're always beating down his thoughts, ideas, and actions. Look, it's one thing to offer good advice and to give someone a way to be better. You can't push them through the door, though. You can't make them do it. And when you do push, you're going to get an equal and opposite reaction if they're not ready to go. And maybe your relationship, very often your relationship cannot sustain that. And if you're interested in sustaining the relationship, you just got to let a person have their own method, their own reaction, their own way of doing things if they are not receptive. Embrace that your difference. The worst loneliness is to not be comfortable with yourself. I know sometimes, it's funny, the girl I was talking about, the girlfriend I live with, she's always, she worries. She's like, she says, don't hermit. Don't hermit, you can't hermit. I'm like, I know it, man, I survived for 27 years before I met you. Leave me alone, right? But she's got a point, because when you start thinking differently, it's almost this elitist feeling. You're like, I don't want anything to do with those guys. I don't want anything to do with my old friends, because, whether you feel like they're not going to understand you, or you feel like you are so much better now for whatever reason, because superpowers are kind of like that. And in my opinion, from a sociological standpoint, understanding the red pill and taking it and then enacting it, that is as close to a superpower as it's like pimping, I guess. I don't know. You get in people's minds and you know it's going to happen and you can anticipate and move around it, it's very cool, right? And it's very easy to feel like you're better than other people. It's very easy to feel like they should be begging for your attention. But if you take this approach, if you go this route, if you don't embrace the difference and still try to insulate and still try to integrate yourself with the community, then you're going to find yourself very lonely by attrition, rather than forcing your relationships to deteriorate because of an argument about this or a disagreement about that. You're just going to fade into the dust. People are going to be like, oh man, I ain't seen that in like 3 years. What happened to him? I think he's in prison. Really? Nah, he's alive. We just don't talk to him anymore. We haven't seen him. He doesn't reach out to us. We all know this happens when we get guys. Everyone's got that buddy that got a girl and then poof. I mean, that's it. Poof. Nothing follows after that. He's just gone. You don't want to be that guy. It is now. Everyone needs a period of readjustment. And when I was making this slide and I was thinking about how this applied in my life, I remember